Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you are in the world. This is Howie, and I'm here to help you win with money. Today is Friday, August 20th, 2021. It is the last trading day of week number 33. In this video, I'm just going to show you real quickly what trades that I did in one of my accounts for this week, and then I want to talk about a concept of why traders blow up their accounts. As you can see, the markets ended up in green for today, but this week has been pretty hard for some traders. And you can see from here, it is the first weekly decline in 3 weeks. That means the last 2 weeks were green weeks. Today and this week is a red week. But that type of strategy works really well for my type of trading. I don't expect markets to always move up greater than what the average moves are, nor do I expect them to always move down more than what the average moves are. So I like to trade that way because those occurrences will happen the most. Things that don't happen, black swan events, or things like a 2 deviation move, those are the things that will really hurt me. Before we go straight into E-Trade, I just want to say if you're on Facebook, you can join me here on Investing 102. Here's the group. Investing 102 is a Facebook group. As you can see, I do post my trades during the day. And there are times where I just post updates. So here's an update that I did today. You see that? Here's the date, August 20th. And then there's another one here. I just posted another update down here. I got a dividend on the 19th for energy transfer. So on Facebook, it's a lot easier to post trades throughout the day than to wait to make a video. So I like to just post my trades over there. As you can see, here's another August 20th trade. So real quickly, I just want to talk through some of the trades that I did in this account. Here I just did a simple thing. I think I have a cash secure put on carparts.com. I just rolled it up. I'm sorry, I didn't roll up. I rolled this just out in time, collected $85. Nothing fancy about that move. I just think the auto parts thing just overreacted. I actually think the shares will uptrend again. So I'm not too worried about that. Editas is moving faster than I expected, so I actually rolled this out and up for $5. I did it for even, so it cost me nothing. But if I'm right, what you're trying to do is you're trying to reduce some of the upside loss. If the shares are starting to move up, I need to roll my cover call above it. I think this is already in the money or deep in the money, and Editas is now $60 a share. So by doing this, even if it gets early assignment, I just put extra $5 in my pocket for zero cost. So these are the reasons why you want to consider these things. If you close it out, you're going to have to pay an arm and a leg to close even your November 19 call. So these are things that you need to think about. I have some here. I have an iron condor on Visa. I'm rolling the untested side down, and now it's the untested side because before this was the tested side about a month ago. But Visa did a sharp turn from like 246. It went all the way down to 229, I think. So this is now the untested side, so I'm rolling it down for some more premium. And then the last thing I want to talk about is this trade here on August 13. I opened a new iron condor on SPY 5 contracts. I collected 107. Again, I don't worry about the 1/3 the width of your spread. I'm doing a 10 wide. I'm not worried about collecting $330. And then what I did this week was when the markets were down, I started rolling the call side down and I collected a $12 more per contract. So I do this so that the cost of me closing it, if you add 12 more to this, is like saying I collected now 119 or 129. So I'm letting time decay, and that's how I make money. And this particular portfolio that I trade in, those of you who've been following my old videos will know that I don't trade with a lot of cash. You can see that the total cash in this particular account is $18,000, but that's out of the $83,000. Remember, I have some stocks that I own in here. I do cover call. So not all of this money is available. So if you track 18,000, it will tell you how much I have in stock. And not all stocks are good and going up, but this is how I trade it. And I haven't blown this account or any account. So I want to talk about that. Why is that? Even in my public accounts, none of them are blown up. And I want to explain something of why that is. When you go to Facebook investing groups, you can find a lot of trading forums, but the best ones are the ones where people are honest, where you can ask questions and learn. So here's one that I'm in. This is the options 101 group, and somebody asked how long does it take to make money. And what I like is this. I like it when people are honest. They blow up their accounts again. So this is not the first time. They start over, they have good month, bad month. And why is that? Here's another comment of someone telling us they had a hard time until they changed their strategy to selling covered calls. Here's another guy who said same thing. They're doing much better when they're doing cover calls, selling puts, doing the wheel strategy. And so I wanted to talk about this concept of blowing up accounts. Have I ever blown an account? Absolutely. This is a long time ago when I was an inexperienced trader. And I didn't even do it in options. I even blew accounts up going long on stocks. And so one of the things that you got to learn is understand why. Options trading is actually much harder than even stock picking. And so if you're going to blow accounts, it will happen more frequently in options trading. Since I switched to options trading, I have not blown any accounts. And in fact, most of the time, because I do videos on my trades, not only do I not blow accounts, in general, I make money every month. I don't make money every week as a trader. And I had a bad, in 2021, I had a bad month in July. And I think this year I'm already lost 6 weeks out of 28 weeks total. So I've been doing really well. But really, my strategy is, can I consistently make money every month? That's the go. And if you try to do that consistently, even if you have one bad month, you're fine. There's something called trading expectancy, which I did a video on earlier this week. Basically, it talks about the odds of how much you make per trade versus how much you lose per trade. And if you do enough math, it's like a coin flip. It will tell you what your trading will produce. The problem is sometimes people don't realize that their trading strategy doesn't really have a good win-loss ratio, or when they lose, it loses a lot and it blows everything away and it brings your account back to zero. Why I say this? There's a lot of good traders who say that they learn from their mistakes. There's a lot of big name traders who said they even lost money or blown one or two or three accounts. So I'm not saying you can't learn that way. Even good traders do that. And what I want to talk about is the risk management. The reason why is you got to understand what happens week over week or month over month in your account. If you're slowly bleeding it away, then over time it's just going to go to zero. So you got to think about that. If you're trading and you're making a little bit here and there, but over time it's still getting smaller and smaller, then you have to look at the math and say, hey, it looked like this pattern for this account, if it continues, you're eventually going to blow it out and it's going to hit zero. I've been lucky because I haven't had that experience, but only because I've blown accounts in stock trading. So by the time I was ready to move into options, I already learned how to be a disciplined trader. So I started with something easy and small that I can understand, did trades that I understood the risk, and understood how I lost. If you understand the times when you win versus the times where you lose, and if you can do trade management, and if you can reduce the amount of losses per trade, that's how you can keep your trading profitable. The key is, on average, you want to try to keep on making money. And that's what I tell people. When I started this 1,500 trade challenge for 2021, my goal wasn't to make a big trade where I'm making $10,000 per trade. It was the opposite. My goal was to make 1,000 trades or 1,500 trades a year. If I can average 10 or 15 or 20 bucks each trade, I'll be fine. And so far, I may fall short on the 1,500 trades, but from a dollar amount, I think I'm okay. I'm going to do well. I don't expect any black swan events between now and the end of the year. So I'm looking pretty good to finish this year positive. And I'll close up probably over 1,200 trades for the year. And that's just in options alone. So anyway, I just want to talk about that. I know there's a lot of people who lose money trading and then they give up. And really, am I teaching you to give up? I don't want you to give up. I want you to become a student of why some people make money and why some people don't. And it's not about one strategy. I'm not trying to teach you got to do the wheel or you got to do, selling premium. Each trader can make money doing different strategy as long as you're good at what you're doing. You know how to go into the trade, you know how to go out of the trade, you know how to do risk management. And that's the key. I never want to tell people that my way is the only way to make money. You have traders who do that. You have people who believe there's only one way to make money in a trade. You can make money many different ways. I done debit spreads where, sure, you make 3x, 4x, 5x of your capital, and it works out well. I've done really simple trades, just cover calls, and they don't really make a lot. You can maybe make anywhere from 5% to 15% a year on a cover call, depending on the underlying. I have done cash secure puts, and on Riot, that was really great early in the year. Then after it peaked at $74, cash secure put on Riot was not so good. So right now, my Riot trades are really horrible, and I may not be able to make money on Riots using cash secure puts until sometime maybe 2 or 3 months from now. Now, that may change because Bitcoin has been moving up, and so it is possible for me to start making higher premiums using cash secure puts on Riot blockchain. Hey, with that being said, let me know what happened. Have you been trading and have you blown any accounts? If so, what I want to hear is, can you just describe what happened, how it happened, why it happened, and what are you doing to adjust to it? Like I said, I know some big name traders in some of these internet groups, guys that make 1,000 a week, 2,000 a week, or even more. I mean, these are guys that people know that are really good traders. They make a lot of money today, but they have done interviews where they shared about their past where, the first couple accounts trading options, they were having a hard time making money. So I don't want you to feel bad about losing money. Again, you got to be able to learn from them, adjust your strategy, see why and what happened. With that being said, let's do this together. Let's do this $1 at a time. As always, have a profitable day. Bye-bye.